Greetings, Goblins and Geist.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Blake.
And welcome to
the Cloudpost.
So today we are back with another brew.
And brew.
Cheers.
Mate. Well, we got to open them first.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first part.
Cracking them open. We got a Noda Brewing Radio Haze.
Yeah, Radio Haze. This actually is a cool little...
Yeah, it's got design. Charlotte on the can. It's
Radio Haze. It's got like a lot of like really cool art. I like this
Absolutely.
One. Check that out. I'm going to share that. I think I can share that up there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Give them we can't give you a taste. That's what I wanted you to get, but
you're trying to pour it on the camera.
Absolutely. Well, we're back, of course, in Magic the Gathering Arena. We're playing Historic, and this brew is a token deck.
Yeah, it's a token deck, but it's more of a cheater deck.
Yeah,
it's
a combo deck.
In a sense, a combo deck. It doesn't win on the spot when you get it, but it pretty much wins on the spot when you get it. And we'll talk about it. It's pretty simple. We're going to start off with going down to the Intangible Virtues there.
Yeah, so you're playing, you are playing a lot of token cards, and we're going to piece it together for you.
The tokens are your win con if you don't get your win con, and your win con helps the tokens win. So we'll talk about that. The Intangible Virtue is just a great card. Give your tokens Vigilance and +1/+1. What were they thinking?
Yeah, this card's awesome.
It's been busted since it came out. Love it.
Original Innistrad card. Obviously reminds me of like Honor the Pure.
Yeah.
But it's just tokens.
Just for tokens.
So it's super cool. But yeah, the Vigilance, you touched on that.
Yep. Great card. Innistrad, great time. You know.
So you're playing 4 Raise the Alarm.
Raise the Alarm. Freaking sweet token maker. It's instant, and you'll see how powerful that is in a second. That one's great. You know, it's just 2/1/1 humans. There's no tribal effect.
Or soldiers.
They're soldiers, excuse me. I just see a human and I think it's human.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Innistrad, all the human tokens in the past
and
stuff. So yeah. Raise the Alarm, super good. Not my favorite art, but I like the tokens that it makes. The art's cool for them. I just don't like, whatever. I'm being picky. Great card. 1/1 soldiers, and you get 2 of them, and it's instant, and that is
the instant
really matters. It really does, especially when you're playing against control. Really powerful as far as that goes.
So you're playing 3 of these Cathartic Pyres, which is an interesting card, right?
Cathartic Pyre is one of the weirder cards in the deck, so it is, like you said, kind of a combo deck, so you do sometimes need to cycle some stuff around, and this is kind of the card to do it, and if not, then it's a removal card.
Yeah.
Which is clean.
Yeah, I think it's super flexible.
It's never dead.
Yeah, it's never dead. It's super flexible, but you're not necessarily like gaining a ton of advantage from the cards you're putting in the graveyard.
Exactly.
It's just more card selection.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got Forbidden Friendship, which is a super cool card.
The Forbidden Friendship is honestly one of the greatest token makers that we've been given. Getting a 1/1 haster and a little creature human, great. So more tokens. This one's kind of cool. I like the dinosaur that has haste. It's fun. When I have to sack the creature, I never sack the dinosaur.
Right.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
This is cool.
Because if they're just all the same, and you are running 2, it goes in the 2-drop slot, but 2 Shatterskull Smashing.
We're gonna say it again. The modal double-face cards are super powerful, so you got to run them.
You're gonna run them. Now you're not running too many 3-drops because this one doesn't count. But we'll start here. You see a pair of goblins.
Once again, it's an instant token maker, but this one has the wonderful ability to make you more tokens.
Yep.
And +2. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's either a pump. It's either a pump spell or.
But it's not just one creature. It's all your creatures.
Yeah, it's like an overrun effect.
It's like an overrun effect, and when you have a lot of tokens out.
Yeah, overrun, anthem. Just any type of sort of glorious anthem effect. But +2/+0. Yeah, flexible. Real gnarly looking goblins on there, but we got to have some D&D cards.
I like him with the nose ring in the back. He's good.
Oh man, he's chilling.
Can you make that face for me? God, I didn't want it. I'm so sorry.
You asked.
I put you through that.
And actually now, just because I gave them that, I think they should subscribe to the channel.
And like the video, because you got to like that.
Even if you don't like it.
Yeah,
please like the video.
Yeah, if you don't, please. We're breaking.
If you don't want me to do it again,
like the video.
Yeah. Now we're getting into some of the actual, combo pieces of the deck, or what makes it go. We've got an Indomitable Creativity.
I actually just learned about this card, and I've been playing without it for a minute, but it's better than what I had in it before. Before I had a Luca in it, and he was a 5-drop, which did the same thing, but his other abilities didn't really work with the deck.
Right.
So it was kind of useless. This is just faster. So only thing different is this is 3 red mana, and hopefully that doesn't mess us up too much.
We have tweaked the mana base.
But basically what this does, it says destroy target artifact or creatures, and you're going to filter through your deck and grab the only creature in the deck, which is Elesh Norn, Grand Cenobite.
Dun, da, da, da.
Dun, dun, dun. Go ahead and move over to her real quick.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what she does, she's insane.
Yeah, and this is, again, you're getting to know our channel. We're super nostalgic about New Phyrexia as a block.
Favorite block.
And they came out with Praetors, which were some of the coolest, some of the coolest creatures ever.
Super cool creatures, super cool commanders. And there's honestly, they're all really good.
They are all really good. Definitely certain ones they've had more staying power, and one of those is Elesh Norn.
Elesh Norn is probably, like, I would say the best one as far as like how many decks it's been in.
Yeah, it's used all over Magic.
Yeah. I remember Gifts Ungiven was one of the popular ones.
Absolutely.
But if you see what this does, it's got Vigilance. It gives all your creatures +2/+2, and it -2/-2 to all the opponent's creatures. Yeah, that's an insane ability to stick on turn 4.
Yeah, so you're kind of putting the picture together. We're making a lot of little tokens. You're kind of playing a regular token strategy. You have like Intangible Virtue out, but then all of a sudden,
bam, Elesh Norn.
Norn.
It's really just a token strategy, and then you slap an Elesh Norn down, and they're like, "Oh, didn't see that coming," or they do see it coming, and then it's like, "Oh, that still hurts."
Still hurts.
Yeah. So moving on, we have a few little extra tweak cards.
Yeah, you're running one of Wandering
She's
Emperor.
A token maker, and she kills things. So just a great planeswalker.
Yeah, she's super powerful
planeswalker. You know how it is.
One of those. Then you got 4 of the Transmogrify.
Yeah, it's hard to say it. Transmogrify.
Yes.
I think I still said it wrong. Whatever. You know what it is. Like, this is a great card. It's really cool. There's been decks with this for a long time. This is by no means a new deck.
Right. But it is a fringe deck in the format of Historic for sure.
It is. It's a brew. And this card literally does the same thing Indomitable Creativity does, in the sense that you sack a token, and then you go and get an Elesh Norn, because it's the only thing you're going to hit.
Yep.
So this is the combo piece right here, and you have 6 of them in the deck, which you have more chances to draw them. Typically, if they're in your opening hand, you're going to keep that hand. If you have a token, because you typically get a token maker, you get that, and you're just like, wow. Well,
it's only 4 mana.
There's the combo, yeah. So you usually get it on turn 4, and I've had a lot of people just scoop immediately.
Yeah, if you're against an opposing creature strategy, you got to think it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that can beat around it. Like elves can pump up to the point where it's like, oh, wow, that's a lot of elves. Or angels can get too big, but a lot of the time it does beat the creature decks.
Yeah.
And the next card is Chandra, which is, well, amazing.
Yeah, you're just running, Boros colors, and this card is amazing. So,
probably like the best Chandra around, maybe.
I would think it's
one of the best ones.
It's
at least.
Probably one of the best Chandras ever printed. Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to beat 4 ability planeswalkers, man.
Right. With 2+1s.
With 2+1s,
and being able to remove many types of creatures when it comes in. The 4 damage.
You shoot down the fat butts, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and I've ulted this Chandra specifically a decent amount of times in my day.
That's brutal. When you ult her, you don't lose. You don't lose. You shouldn't lose if you ulted her. If you
would
were already
have
dead.
It would have to be a crazy game state for you to lose that.
Yeah. The next card is actually one of the ones I've thought about adding more of, but I've come in and out of. It's just so heavy in the cost.
Yeah,
and it doesn't win the game for you, like the Elesh Norn does. So it's great. It can win the game for you, but it's not an immediate win. Super good card. It's create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens, and all your creatures get +1/+1 and haste.
Yeah, so it already counts what's on board.
Yeah, it counts what's on board. So if you slide this down, you have like an intangible virtue in the field. It's like, whoa, that got real very quickly.
Right.
And
Vigilance and haste.
Vigilance and haste. Well, yeah, that's what happens with intangible virtue then. So then they're like just like fat 3/3s or 4/4s or whatever's going on. One of the cool follow-ups you can do is you play Elesh Norn and then you play this next turn.
Yeah.
And then there's just 4/4s swinging at their face like bam,
they're
huge hasty
pretty
creatures.
Nuts.
Really cool, very powerful cards, and this deck actually has a lot of weird lands in it. We'll talk about those in a second.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's the shell of the deck. You've got your 2, 4, 12 token makers. Well, actually, excuse me, 14 token makers, and you've got a Wandering Emperor, and then you've got 6 of the actual Transmogrify effects.
Yep.
So and 3 Elesh Norn.
This deck has 25 lands.
Good question.
Yeah, 25 lands. Okay. I honestly feel like the lands are useful, and you'll see. Technically, there's even more token makers, and you'll see that in a second. There's some special little stuff. So the first thing you got is Castle Ardenvale.
Makes a human.
Ardenvale, excuse me. Makes humans get tokens.
Yeah, so you're one of those right now.
One of those going to Eiganjo, seat of the. I think I said it right. Is it Eiganjo?
Yeah, Eiganjo.
Yeah, this is just a removal card or just a good plains. You know.
Yeah, and you have the cool art, so it's kind of obligatory.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Next card.
2 plains.
Great plains.
2 castle Embereth. I think this is a very good deck.
And we got to talk about what plains is real quick.
Oh man.
Taps for white mana.
Yep, and John Avon.
You like John Avon art?
Bonus points.
Bonus points.
Castle Embereth. Though.
Castle Embereth is great. Give all your creatures +1/0. I mean, you're swinging with a bunch of creatures. You're going wide. This is what you want to see.
You know, this is good in a lot of decks. It's good in mono red decks, but yeah, I think it fits perfect.
And it typically comes in untapped. So
yeah, you do have 2 Den. Yeah, and Den makes tokens.
Den makes tokens. A lot of token makers in this deck. You're starting to see it come together now.
Yeah, but see, I think it's just imagine having the Intangible Virtue.
Oh, hold on, we got the wrong art.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna hit that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the cool stuff.
Got to give it the D&D art, man.
Ew. Sweet. Saw it here first.
Saw it here first. All right, moving on down, we have
2 mountains.
2 mountains. John Avon, gotta love it. Then you have the Sokenzans. They also make tokens.
Yeah.
I honestly typically play this as a token maker more than you think. Like, way more than I play the land.
I mean, the fact that it has the channel, so it's an instant as well. I think that is very neat because...
That's why there's 2 of them. Most decks would only run like 1 of this card.
Right.
But because I actually run the tokens, I decided to make it 2 because it's never a dead draw.
Right.
Yeah, I like
it.
Honestly, I would even consider running more of them because it's like, well, it's like 4 mana is a lot. So
yeah, you could maybe trim like an Embereth for 1.
Cool thing is, I believe it's the legendary rule with it, right?
Right, they are legend.
So if you have the Elesh Norn, this is 3 mana.
Yeah, that is neat. Yeah, if you actually have your combo piece out, that's really cool. And then they're 3/3s, which is just crazy.
Just gross. Moving on to the next thing.
You got your 4 pathways.
Dual land.
Yep. 4 Foundry.
Foundries.
And we're gonna try 4 Sundown Pass.
Sundown Pass.
This is gonna give you the max mana,
land, but we just want to make sure we can always hit the Indomitable Creativity.
Yeah, 3 red.
I'm actually amazed I said that right.
Yeah.
And then the 1 Blinkmoth Nexus, which is a little techie card. You can also use it to transmogrify it. If you can't draw a token, this will be your token, or this will
This is your sacrifice.
Yep.
Yeah, and you said you've had it come up plenty of times. It is techie. It may look out of place, but I think it's definitely value.
It works, and also it swings as a 3/3 flyer if you have an Elesh Norn on the field.
There you go.
That's gross. Yeah. Yep, pretty good. So that's the deck. So check out the video next, and you'll see the actual games. But for now, we've been Blake and Jake, and this is a Brew and Brew.